What's going on with my YouTube family? What's happening with my YouTube savages? I was just gonna kind of come out here. It's nice as fuck, guys. I started this week on my new work schedule, so I'm working first shift right now. I'm usually a second shifter, so everything's a little wonky for the savage right now, guys. And then in 2 weeks, I'm going to fucking third shift, working midnight. So the videos are probably going to start dropping at different times than they normally do. I mean, they're always kind of sporadic anyway, guys. Wasn't sure if I was even going to record this one. Rolled up a nice fat Doobie, sprinkled a bunch of Kief on top of it, guys. I scraped both my grinders out. Got a nice amount of Kief out of them puppies. So we're gonna get baked. Actually, I figured this is a perfect video for me to kind of talk about what I'm going through right now, which is kind of a tolerance barrier. I've been uploading quite a few videos lately, guys, ever since 420. I would like to think that I've been going hard as fuck. So my tolerance has actually kind of started to hit a wall again, guys. I go through this every couple months, honestly, where I start smoking a little bit heavier than I normally do, and then it gets to the point where I could smoke a doobie like this size to the head and barely get a head change. That's not what we want here, guys, especially with the quality of medicine that we're usually bringing you savages. You should be feeling nice and baked and relaxed and medicated after smoking something that size, at least, guys. So when it starts to get to the point where you're not, and you feel like you're wasting money, like the savage feels kind of right now, here's how I like to approach it. Normally, people like to use the phrase tolerance break, where they just stop smoking and medicating altogether for a week, 2 weeks. Sometimes if you want to really get extreme, you go 3 weeks. But the problem that you run into every single time that you do that, guys, at least in my experience, everybody's outside right now, by the way, guys. Sorry if there's some background noise. But you'll smoke for a couple days. Your tolerance will be pretty nice those first 2 days. You might even get wrecked, guys. Absolutely baked, faded. Sorry, the savage's mom doesn't know how to use an inside or even outside voice. She's talking loud as F right now, guys. She's like 30 feet away from me, and I can still pick up every word she's saying. So I'm sorry about that. But as I was saying, if that's the route you want to take, guys, by that third day of smoking again, even if you take almost a month off, your tolerance is almost always, actually, I'm just going to go ahead and say always, going to go right back to where it was when you felt like you needed to take a break in the first place. So, we're already a few minutes into this one, guys. I do have a nice Kief loaded doobie twisted up here of that Zittles and the Gelato 41 kind of mixed. Starting to run a little bit low on flour, guys, but that's not even an issue, because we get the points reset tomorrow and the savage gets paid on Wednesday. Cheers. I did put quite a bit of Kief in this doobie, guys. I put all the Kief I had, scraped out of both my grinders. So honestly, this should make for a pretty decent joint sesh video. And I wasn't even going to record this one, guys. To be honest, I've been uploading quite a few off the cuff just smoke sesh videos, but I do know that there's a couple of the savages who actually enjoy that kind of content. So here we go, guys. Kief joint. So moving on from what I was just saying a minute ago, guys, with the tolerance break situation, that's actually how I used to think as well. But once I started realizing the problematic logic and that my tolerance would always go back to right where it was by that third day of smoking again. So we don't really approach it like that anymore, guys. Now I like to go about it in a way, as I like to say, tolerance fix, not tolerance break. And I am going to give credit where credit is due, guys. The first person I ever heard mention this, talk about it, and explain it to me, to the point where I actually started to implement it into my own life, was a YouTuber named Cupins, a fellow weed tuber. He does kind of different content than we do here, guys. We actually smoke and stuff. Cupins is a little bit different type of channel, but that is the first guy that I heard mention that, and I must say, there is actually quite a bit of logic to it, guys. I'm going to spark this joint up, finally. Get a few puffs. Yeah, it's already burning white. This stuff's amazing, guys. Honestly, I wish this one was from Ohio. This is one of the best flowers I've had in some time. God, that tastes so fucking good. There's quite a bit of Kief loaded into the tip of this, and even with the flavor of the flour still creeping through from that Zittles, guys, that stuff tastes so fucking bomb. Tastes like a fucking creamy, juicy fruit red Hawaiian punch with some creaminess in there. Oh my goodness, barely tastes like weed, guys. Amazing. Then I got some of that Gelato 41 in there too. Oh, got some coolness coming in from that gelato. So, when it comes to the tolerance fix, guys, normally, for me anyway, what always ends up toasting my tolerance is the fact that I always start smoking almost right away when I get up in the morning, especially on the days that I do not have to go to work, on my days off, guys. This weekend, just the Savage himself probably went through 14, 15 G's of flour in like 2 to 3 days. That's quite a bit, especially when we're talking about smoking on this pack, this loud. This stuff is not cheap. It's usually at least $10 a joint if you're talking about a gram joint, a gram blunt. Guys, when you really figure up the pricing of this stuff, it is at the very least $10 a gram. Normally it's actually more expensive than that since we don't even get full eighths. So, like right now, guys, Savages, I did go to work today, but this is the first joint of my day, and it is going on 6 o'clock in the evening. Whereas normally, I would have fucking rolled up a joint this morning before I even went to work, toasted that, hit the pen all day. I did hit my luster pod a few times at work, guys. I'm not going to lie, it's kind of hard for me not to hit that thing. I take it everywhere I go, and it's just so convenient. You get smacked off like, what, 2-3 hits? The luster pod is a tolerance killer as well, guys. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I will, not very often, I will purposely not take it with me to work so that I force myself to wait all day long until I get home to medicate, like I did today, guys. I hit my pen like twice, little baby hits on green. That don't even count. We didn't even get a head change. This is truly the first time I've smoked today, Savages. So kind of a perfect tolerance fix video. Really, it's just a smoke sesh though, guys. Like I said, wasn't even going to record this one. Nothing really all that special. Just a nice little Kief Doobie here. I actually already did record a Kief Doobie video on the channel, like a month ago. But in my personal opinion, it didn't come out all that great. It was a nighttime video. We're out here in the sunshine for you Savages. Trying to get acclimated to these new hours, getting up at like, what, 5:30 in the morning when I was used to going to work at 3 in the afternoon. Quite a big difference, guys. And then what, here in 2 weeks, Savage is going to be on the 3rd shift. Fuck, I ain't done that in years, guys. But we are the Savage, and we don't give a fuck. So, tomorrow, the points reset, guys. This tastes amazing, but between things that I have to do, going to work, things I gotta do after work, and honestly, kind of waiting on the Savages paycheck to hit on Wednesday. So, you Savages can expect the first upload of the week Wednesday evening when I get home from work. Probably gonna be a flower review of some sort. Do plan on getting that Sunset Sherbet cartridge from Moxie this week. I also really wanted to try a live resin pod off the new luster battery, guys. These CO2 pods, ever since I got that thing, and I have been checking, those things have been lasting me 7 to 8 days, sometimes 9. There was a couple that lasted almost 10 days, guys. Right now on the heat locker, still got about a quarter of that pod, and I did the review 8 days ago now. So that just tells you guys, those things used to last me 3 to 4 days tops. I'm talking tops. Normally 3 days, honestly, guys, with the way that I hit on them. I could hit on that thing all day now at work, all of my breaks, and by the time I clock out and go home, I barely notice any of the oil move, guys. And I, obviously pass the luster pot around sometimes when I'm not at work and I'm at home and stuff, guys. So, that thing's getting some fucking overtime put in on it, and they still last like 8 days. If you guys don't have that battery yet, please don't take it from me. Just do yourself a favor, especially if you go to the Citizen or the Botanist. Both of those places have loyalty programs, so if you go there often, guys, just ask them. You might not even realize it. You probably already have enough points to get a battery for free at this point, guys. I'm about to use some of my points at the Citizen for a new dab rig. I'm looking at the Puffco Plus, the 510 threaded. Puffco battery, guys. I've still heard really, really good things about that. My fucking Seahorse is needing another tip. Those things are not cheap. One tip's like 13 to 15 bucks plus tax. And this one, guys, didn't even last a month. So I'm personally ready for an actual dab setup, guys. That Seahorse was really getting the job done for a while. Still exhibited great flavor off the concentrates, guys. Fat rips. And I gotta be real, the first tip that came with that thing, I didn't have to buy another one for like 3 months, and I was down bad. I was even using that thing to light fucking joints there for a minute, guys. I remember. About halfway down on this Kief Doobster, I am tasting the Kief in there. It's actually starting to overtake the flower a little bit. This stuff tastes great. Probably like the last 4 strains that I've had the last couple weeks, guys. All of them have been, honestly, I did videos on all the stuff, guys. All of it was pretty good. The Zittles was the best, though. I don't know if I want to say by far, but it was definitely the best. My favorite flavor, the burn was immaculate. Nothing else that I picked up from Claws burned exactly as white as that stuff, guys. That's mostly what's in this one. I don't know if you could tell, you know, by how white that looks. Plus all the Kief. Flavor on this one, I don't know, guys. It tastes fucking delicious. Tastes like the Zittles. A little coolness from the Gelato 41 coming in on the back end now that we're about halfway through. Normally when I put rosin, concentrates, or Kief in a Doobie, I try to put it at the like top half. That way all the goodies ain't in the roach when you're going to be putting it out. You're not even going to be smoking that stuff. I rolled up a live rosin infused Doobie. It was actually last night. Didn't do it on camera for you guys because I was smoking with a buddy, but I let him roll it, and he actually ended up putting most of the wax where the roach was, guys. Fucking rookie mistake, man. So I think that's enough of the savage fucking rambling. Look at that. Sweating, guys. White as chalky chalk. Let's take some fucking hits. Cheers. I can't wait to smoke some of that fucking permanent marker. I know I haven't tried the Perp 43 yet, and believe you me, savages, I'm really excited to try that one too. But man, that permanent marker, guys, was so fucking good. That was one of the first reviews that I actually ever did on the channel. And I've only got to try it once. It's been on the menu for the last couple weeks. How convenient that I don't have any days. But they do reset tomorrow, and I'm going Wednesday. So I hope they still have that and the Perp 43. Those two are getting swiped up. Absolutely, for sure. So you guys can expect that as long as they're still in stock. But they should be. I've been kind of keeping tabs on the menu, guys. They've had Perp 43, and they still got Pacific Cool. If you guys haven't checked out the review of that one, the Savage really liked that one as well, guys. Really nice, fruity, hydrating type, refreshing sativa. Slight gassiness to it, guys, but really it was really sweet, fruity, and refreshing, like I said. This, there's not much else to say about it except, holy fuck, look how she's sweating. Hold on, better angle. Oh yeah, she's glistening, savages. The weather is really starting to convert nicely now, guys. Still pretty fucking chilly in the mornings. This morning was not that great. It was pretty cold, but right now, probably a good 70 degrees. It was like 80 a little bit ago. Perfect weather for a joint like that. I cannot get over how clean the Zittles burns, guys. For some stuff that we got from Mr. Claus, pretty fucking good, guys. It's still definitely dispensary weed. I've smoked enough of this stuff to know by now, guys. There's a pretty huge difference. That's definitely what this is, so no doubt in my mind this is from Mish. But that's all I'm thinking in the past, guys. Sorry, somebody's absolutely trying to swing their dick up my street right now in their fucking truck. I'm sure you guys heard that. It was loud. I'm sure you guys see that. I wish you guys could taste it and smell it. This is loud. Hope you guys had an absolutely blessed Mother's Day yesterday. I know mine was pretty solid, pretty tight. Ain't gonna lie, had all the family over, all the little kids playing outside. The girlfriend came over, guys were listening to music, ate some burgers, smoked a nice fatty. Do think I'm going to be picking up that Zazul as well, guys. That's something that I wanted to try when they first dropped it, like a couple months back. I'm not a huge concentrate guy. The people that have been rocking with me since the start probably could tell that by now. I only have like less than 5 concentrate reviews on the channel as a whole. But it's not because I don't fuck with concentrates. It's really because I don't have a decent device to smoke the concentrates out of. I don't really like doing reviews with that Seahorse because even though it's a really nice device and you still get nice ass flavor off the stuff, I know that you can get better flavor off actual e-rigs, dab rigs, and I just ain't got one right now, guys, so it would kind of be an injustice to review some of that $60, $65 hash rosin. That's for less than a fucking gram, guys, by the way. Pretty expensive stuff, but pretty par for the course when you're talking about ice hash, guys. This one, guys, is starting to get resonated. Boom, chill little video. Damn, guys, burned for almost fucking, well, I didn't light it right away. About a 15-minute doobie. Wasn't the biggest thing on God's green, guys, but it did taste good. My mouth is coated in that fruity fucking flavor. I must have put mostly Zittles in here. It's probably actually where the Kief came from. That stuff, guys, is Kiefy. Them fucking buds, when you break it up, I've been breaking the shit up with my fingers. I usually never do that, but just because I don't want to lose all the Kief off it. This stuff is so fucking triked out. Triked out. So, drop it in the comments what you guys are smoking, especially if it's something that you got locally from the good old Ohio. And as always, stay blessed, guys, and stay savage till the next one. 2 more days, guys, not even at this point. By the time this goes live, uploads probably around 9 o'clock tonight. It'll be less than a day or around a day until you guys are seeing the Savage smoke some more locally grown stuff, which is really what I'm excited for, guys. I absolutely can't wait. I feel like a little fucking kid on Christmas. It's been a really long time since I've ran out of days like that, guys. I was out of days for like 2 weeks. What can I say? 420 came and she went. So, stay blessed, guys, and stay savage. This was an absolutely nice one. Feeling pretty cooked. Feeling pretty blessed as well. It's a beautiful day out here, guys. I will see you in the next one. Peace.